My name is Arseneault, and this is my story on how I came to know Christ. I grew up in a church family, and it was very easygoing, honestly. I was in second grade. I started noticing changes, how I was asking questions about Jesus. I was legitimately asking questions in Sunday school on what it was like to have Jesus in my heart. And so one Sunday, I went up to my Sunday school teacher after Sunday school, and I wanted to have that relationship with Christ that she was always talking about. She was so joyful about it and so exuberant about Christ, and that's how I wanted to be. I asked her what it was like, and she said, have you given your life to the Lord? And I said, no. And I told her I want to give my life to Christ. And that Sunday morning, I gave my life to Christ in the second grade. A few months later, I got baptized. As time went on, we were starting to look for churches. We went to several Methodist churches, in fact, to see what they were all about. The one right down from our house, we went to that one most because we felt comfortable there, but we didn't want to go to a church to be comfortable. We wanted to go to a church that we were called to. We eventually found First Baptist Watauga thanks to the Roberts family, actually. The Roberts invited us to church, to First Baptist Watauga, actually. This was the first time we actually had been to church in over several months. And it was a very heartwarming experience to know that we had friends that wanted us to come to their church with them. And at the time, I was not in my Bible daily. I was not walking with God. I had fallen away from my Bible readings and overall relationship with Christ. And I can tell you, I was suffering from it greatly. I was experiencing anxiety. I was experiencing so much stress that I was ill all the time, and it was not a good experience. But as soon as we started coming here, as soon as my family started coming to First Baptist Watauga, and I started getting involved with the youth, my life began to open up more. It began to become more rejuvenating, and I felt incredibly better. My anxiety had slowly gone away. The stress had been reduced. And then as soon as I started going to the youth, and then I met Zach Hudson. He was the youth pastor at the time. He asked if I had played guitar before. And at the time, I was teaching myself guitar, actually. And I said yes. And he's like, okay, well, maybe we'll have to get you up on stage one Wednesday night. I was so confused, and I was so in awe of being able to immediately have an entry of serving. But in that year too, I believe it was my sophomore year of high school, I discovered my calling to ministry, to be able to share his gospel in the ministry and to lead others in worship. I came back home after that camp, and I had realized that Christ had called me to the ministry. Zach kept putting me up on stage playing guitar, and the one Wednesday he asked me to lead a song on stage. And that song was How He Loves Us by David Crowder. And that moment, I knew it was bound to be that I was going to be a worship leader for the Lord. Nevertheless, this was a fantastic experience that Christ had really impacted my heart from the time I was 7 years old until right now in my life. As I am leading worship here on stage, I am in the youth, I'm serving in the youth, I'm continuing school at Liberty University. Christ is definitely my Lord. My name is Arseneault, and Jesus is my Lord.